All right. Hi.
Hey, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome.
Welcome. Here we are, Travel Talk Live again.
We're back. We're so excited. Thank you for joining us. We're really excited to be able to deliver another episode of Travel Talk Live. And we want to really just thank everybody for your support of this show. It's kind of a new thing, right?
Yeah,
and we're getting lots of great feedback, and it's just a lot of fun for us to be able to prepare and deliver great content. So if you're just joining us on the live and you've never joined a Travel Talk Live episode before, let's kind of go over what it is, what we're all about.
What is Travel Talk Live?
TTL.
When did we start doing this?
What is TTL?
What is TTL?
Abbreviated it. Yeah, what is it, Meredith?
Well, we do the Book More Travel workshop every year.
And we didn't do something important.
What's that?
We didn't actually introduce ourselves. So if you're on the fan page and watching Travel Talk Live.
And you don't know who we are.
Yeah, just two crazy girls going on Facebook Live. But we've got, you are.
I'm Meredith Hill, and you are.
Vanessa McGovern. And we're with the Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs, and you are watching Travel Talk Live. So now we can talk about what it is.
So one thing we do every single year as a part of the Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs, or GIFT as we like to call it,
with the knee,
is something called the Book More Travel Workshop. It is a 2-day event that we do every year here in Charlotte, down at the Ballantine Hotel. And it is, I feel like we've really mastered the art and science of the Book More Travel Workshop, because people just love this event. They get amazing content. They get great education. We are able to raise the vibe in a way that people feel just
totally
they're so
inspired
happy and excited, unstoppable, inspired, connected with each other. And we also like to have fun. You know, we make it like lots of dancing, good music. And so people walk away from that event, they're like, wow, this was the most amazing event. And there's nothing like this in the industry. And we know we're really good at doing it.
But it's only once a year.
Right. And so we're just like, how do we capture that
going
and deliver it to you in your own little home office or brick and mortar office every single week? And that's how this was born.
Yes.
The concept of this web show.
So Travel Talk Live is all about injecting some really awesome, positive, feel-good energy into your business every Tuesday. It's all about delivering relevant, meaningful, and laser-focused education that you can then take and use and implement, because that's really what it's all about. It's all about entertainment, too.
It's all about entertainment.
We want to have some fun. I mean, we work in the travel industry. We don't want to take ourselves so seriously. I was joking with Meredith earlier when we were talking about the entertainment section of describing the show, and it's like, can please somebody tell travel industry educational events to stop the musicless entries? That's like the big pet peeve of mine, is that when I'm at a travel industry event and they go to announce a speaker or start something, and it's just like the person is just kind of walking onto the stage. I'm like, where's the music?
Come on, people.
Where's the fun? And so we want to inspire. We want you to feel like you have a musicless entry or music inspired entry every day.
Every single day.
Right? We work in travel.
We want to
fun.
remind you, it's not just about booking travel or selling travel or making money in the business. It's about having fun, enjoying this journey. We are so lucky to be in this industry.
Enjoy the journey. In fact, that's one of the ways we open the Book More Travel Workshop. You've heard this quote before, and it's an Abraham Hicks quote, right? And hopefully I say this quote correctly. And it's Abraham Hicks is quoted as saying that you can't have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. So let's enjoy the journey. Let's have some fun.
Yes.
So speaking of journey, we're going to dive into our first sort of segment. Of the show. We're
getting a little professional here.
Yeah, we are. So as you know from the first show, we've got sort of a flow to, if you've watched the first show, a flow to how we want to delineate our content here. The first segment, we always want to talk about a member shout out.
Yeah.
Yes. So we've got some really amazing members in the GIFT community. If you're just joining Travel Talk Live and you have no idea what Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs is, this is a travel business education company. We focus focus on marketing and mindset. And Meredith founded Gift in 2011, January 2011, so 7.5 years ago now. Because of your work with Gift, you were actually honored by ASTA last year as Entrepreneur of the Year. So Meredith's company Gift has created just this amazing space for the most amazing travel business owners. And we've got some members that have been in the community for quite some time, and they do amazing things on their own, and they inspire us, they inspire their fellow members. And we really want to use the Travel Talk Live platform also to showcase the really awesome work that we see our members and people in the community doing to really elevate, right, the status of travel professionals. And so our member of the week,
who is our member shout out of the week?
Member shout out of the week is for Julia Matheson.
Yay!
Woohoo, Julia! Woohoo! Julia Matheson of Travel Julia's Way, formerly known as Matheson Travel. Julia rebranded now. How long ago was that now? 2 years ago?
It was a good 2 years ago. Yeah. Solid 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way more Julia now.
Yes.
And we love working with Julia. Julia went through a rebranding process during her engagement with one of our coaching programs, and we've seen it, being birthed, and it's just been such a great journey, speaking of journey, to watch Julia taking inspired action. And so
why is Julia the member shout out of the week?
She's the member shout out of the week because of her inspired action. She does her own Facebook Live every Tuesday on Travel Julia's Way. I believe it's 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, where she goes live.
So she has her own web show.
She does have her own web show. Wow. And it's not like I love Julia because she's not always fixated on everything being perfect. She does a video in her weekly easing every week. So she's used to, and she's comfortable with the whole concept of video and being on camera because she's been doing a video easing now for several years.
Right.
So within the last 6 months, I believe she started it actually, maybe she started at the beginning of this year. She committed to doing a web show, her own Travel Talk Live type show every Tuesday at 5:30, and it's a consumer show. And so this has been an amazing opportunity for Julia to share her content. And so I know she started out with sharing information about the best neighborhoods or different neighborhoods in Paris. And Julia has such a love affair with France. She's got such a passion for it. She's super knowledgeable, and it's such a great way for her to share her content. And she's actually she's helped a lot of members, travel agents, other travel agents, members of the community are watching her show and getting great tips for their own clients, which is awesome. So yes, we picked Julia for member shout out of the week because she's taking inspired action, she's implementing, and she's using this amazing tool, right?
Absolutely.
Facebook Live.
I think it's such a fantastic. Good for you, Julia.
Yay.
Way to go. Way to take inspired action.
Yes.
Way to get yourself out there, and way to use the amazing tools that we have as an entrepreneur to push your business forward. All right. So
that's our member shout out.
That leads us straight into our very next segment.
Right. And the segment is like two prongs, right? Which we wanted Travel Talk Live to, again, an extension of Book More Travel Workshop. And the theme was the science behind selling travel, right? And the art.
Yes. So all of day one of the workshop this past year was devoted to the science of booking more travel, the science of client attraction, the science of marketing, and the science of running a business.
Very specific, practical information.
Yeah, practical, logical, how-to.
Yeah, right.
Day two of the Book More Travel workshop was devoted to the art of booking more travel, the art of client attraction, the art of selling, the art of building a business.
Which is a lot. It's not linear.
It's not linear.
It's really hard.
No.
Especially for travel business owners that came from an employee mindset. Right. Where you want everything to happen in a sequence.
Exactly.
That's not entrepreneurship.
Yeah. And really, when we talk about the art, what we're really, really getting to, it's as simple as this. We're just talking about mindset and having mindset shifts. We're very much programmed and conditioned to think a certain way, to do things a certain way, to expect certain things. And when you become a business owner, it's probably one of the best personal development boot camps you'll ever be in.
Yes, agreed. So for the Travel Talk Live episodes, we want to always give a science-related tip and an art related tip. So let's dive into the science tip of the week.
The science tip,
and then
the practical,
Meredith
logical science tip of the week.
Meredith is going to give us the mindset response. So going off of Julia with Facebook Live, the science tip of the week. So, the business tip, the travel business tip of the week is Facebook Live. So Facebook Live is a super powerful, relevant platform. The statistics regarding Facebook Live is staggering in terms of how much visibility Facebook gives you if you use this tool. And they put a lot of investment into live because video is super hot right now. And it's amazing the consumer trends towards consuming your content through videos on social media platforms. I know I hear a lot about this all the time. There's constant conversations around people canceling cable and just, watching things online right?
Definitely.
Netflix is huge. Yeah. So,
well, let me ask you, let me throw in kind of a question that I'm kind of channeling what people are thinking. What is the difference between using Facebook Live versus just Facebook as a whole, or a video, right? But why does Facebook Live enhance their promotion?
It's such a great question. Thank you for asking. Facebook Live enhances it because it's more real. Yeah. It's more authentic. It's less curated,
right?
And it's less perfect. And in today's digital world, where things can often be very doctored and just fixed and skewed a certain way, people are more hungry for that authentic, real sort of blundering. They like it if people make a mistake because they want to relate to you and they want to feel your energy.
Yeah.
They don't want things to be perfectly.
It's much more authentic.
Edited.
It makes you real but professional at the same time. It establishes you as an authority. That's exactly what Julia is doing.
Right.
And that's why she's getting the shout out of the week, is because she's using Facebook Live to establish herself as an expert at travel, European travel, whatever it is, but traveling Julia's way. And people build, that's how you build trust with your prospects, is by establishing yourself as an expert. And the way you do that is by giving them really good content, good information.
And it boggles my mind when I hear travel business owners, and I hear this all the time, so it's super common, it still blows my mind, that you don't know what to talk about. I'm like, what? Excuse me.
I know.
We work in the travel industry. There is no shortage of things to talk about. And this coming from the same travel business owners that are on webinars every other day.
Yeah.
If you just attended a webinar from your favorite supplier and you just found out about the new, ships that go to Antarctica, or the jet trip around the world, or the wine themed river cruise, there's so much inspiration everywhere, all over. Just because you didn't take that trip doesn't mean that you can't get on a Facebook Live and share your unbridled enthusiasm for the experience that you just learned about on a webinar that a supplier delivered.
The 3 things I'm most excited about, Oceana's new fleet or whatever.
Or you just took a certification program with one of your favorite suppliers again.
Yeah.
Talk about it. I am officially certified in this with this, and I learned this, and let's go.
Yeah.
So there's no shortage of content.
Absolutely no shortage
of
content.
Now, sometimes people get stuck in the how do I actually go live, which is crazy because it's so simple. But I get it. It can be scary. You're not sure, what are the right buttons? Are you doing something wrong? So actually, one of the things that we do at Gift is we deliver a how-to video of the week. It's actually a new benefit to Gift. We're really excited about it. And interestingly and coincidentally, this week, our how-to video is a really simple how to go live on Facebook. So if you're struggling with that specific component, if you're a member of the Gift community, just check out our how-to video of the week, which is in your member portal, how to go live on Facebook. And if you're not a member, just join us. It's only $19.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. And if the only reason why you join for $20 is to get access to this video, it was well worth it for the month. So that is a little plug for Gift there and the how-to video. But Meredith, let's get to the art of it.
Yes.
Right? You were starting to talk about it when we were talking about, putting themselves out there, establishing themselves as an expert, showing their value.
Right.
That's scary for a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that stop right there.
They get totally paralyzed.
Yeah.
It's not that they're not enthusiastic about our industry. It's not that they have no shortage of knowledge or strategy. But
we see a lot of people
get stuck
doing a couple things. Number one, they get into they get stuck by perfection paralysis. oh yes, Meredith, I am committed. I'm going to do this, but not until I have this in place, or not until I have this in place, not until my brand is redone, not until my website's live, and not until my new business cards are ready, until my web studio is ready.
Yeah, which it's not.
It's not.
But we're doing it anyway.
We're doing it anyway. So that's one reason why people get stuck. What's the other reason? They get, there's like a sense of
judgment. People will
imposter
judge them.
syndrome.
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
So people think, oh, well, what do I know, right? And here I am trying to go out and say I'm an expert at this when I've never even done this. So how am I an expert? All right, so
you're selling from your own pocket. Like, I want to talk about a crystal round the world cruise, but I can't.
I don't know anybody who can do that.
Yeah, or
I can't do that.
Right, or you don't feel like you could ever do that, and so therefore you don't share that information.
Exactly. So
stop hoarding it. The world needs to know.
If any of this resonates for you, then you're going to want to continue to listen, because I have the mindset shift, the mindset antidote to all three of those problems. And I'll repeat: perfection paralysis, wanting to get everything perfect before you actually fire. The fraud, imposter syndrome, fraud syndrome. And the last one was, what was the last one? You just said it a second ago. Oh, selling from your own pocket.
Right, that.
Yeah. That's a scarcity mindset. It all comes down to understanding that we've got the sequence wrong. I think we think that if we realize we want a thriving business, right? We want to be an expert at something. We want to be providing really good value to our clients.
This is a whole other thing for Travel Talk Live, but people have the definition of expert wrong.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Yeah.
It definitely, yes. So if you want to be an expert, if you want to be providing really good value to your potential clients, if you want to be attracting really, really good clients and feel competent to be taking care of them, and if you want to be selling things that you would never even have the experience of traveling on yourself, that's way beyond your financial means, then you have to start feeling that way first. So it's like we put the cart before the horse. What's that saying? But most people have the sequence wrong. They think that they need that condition to observe that condition so they can feel valuable, or they can feel worthy, or they can feel like they have that abundance and prosperity, so that they certain and secure about it. So most people think that those conditions, I need that client to show up. I need the client who wants the around the world cruise on Crystal, or I need that client who's going to give me $100,000 for their next family reunion trip. They think they need the condition of the client saying to them, oh my God, thank you so much, so-and-so. You did the most amazing job. We had the most amazing trip, to feel like they are valuable.
Right. You have the ability to feel valuable
anyway. And so as an entrepreneur and as a successful person in any kind of life, you have to learn how to do it, to feel that way first, and then let the conditions change so they start to like rearrange themselves to match the vibe you're putting out. Because you have like your mind, the way it works, it's a little bit like it's like a computer basically. And I don't know if you think about what's that book, never mind, I can't remember the name of the book. But they talk about your brain being like a
machine,
and
well, it's circuits,
a tracking device.
I mean, there's all kinds of
and it gets negative feedback.
Right,
so like you have this like destination of where you want to go, and as you launch the missile, that's what it is, the missile tracking device. If you launch a missile and you tell it you want it to go to a very specific point overseas somewhere, the way it's going to know if it's on its path is with negative feedback. So it goes until it's veering off course, and it gets negative feedback, and so it course corrects, and then it goes and goes and goes, and then it gets negative feedback, and so it course corrects. So what I'm saying is negative feedback, we need to understand that negative feedback is just indication of where we're focusing. And so if you want to get the sequence right, instead of, most of us are going through life just observing conditions and letting those conditions dictate how we feel. And that's called lazy focus. If you want to really get this right, if you want to have the successful, thriving business that you want, if you want to feel valuable, if you want to attract amazing clients, you got to get that sequence. You got to not be a lazy focuser and take time out of every single day to focus on how you want to feel as that successful person, and then watch the conditions change to match that.
As you're sharing this amazing mindset advice, which I know so many members that follow you, that have been following you for years, and just travel people that follow you in general, this is what they love about you the most, is with this type of conversation, right? You're known as a mindset mentor.
Right.
People hire you for that. As you're talking, I'm remembering.
You're getting an aha.
Well, I wanted to share with you, my mom, she shared with me that she's been taking a meditation class, which is extremely new for her. And she was telling me yesterday how the instructor was getting her to visualize what it feels like to be at the beach, right? And, you know, pick something. And so, well, everybody was different. And so for her, it's the beach because she just loves the beach. And she was remembering this amazing trip we took. It was on a Norwegian cruise. We went together. It was just the two of us, well before children. Early on in my marriage, we went together. I was on the Norwegian Pearl, and she said she was flooding herself with memories of being at the private island for Norwegian Cruise Lines. And so she was just thinking and feeling the warmth and just really smelling the ocean and hearing the waves. And then she said the meditation was over, and the instructor said to her, and now you can feel that way anyways.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the beach to have that feeling. So that's what you're talking about.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But you have to feel that way.
Yes. For sure.
In order to get into that good vibe place.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot of what this show is all about, helping us as an industry.
That is where your power lies.
Right?
Believe it or not. All of your power lies in your ability to do that. And so I think so many of us don't even realize that. We have no awareness that we have the ability to feel the way we want to feel without that condition changing.
Right.
And if you can understand that and start practicing that,
everything changes.
Everything changes.
And imagine if we can do that as an industry.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That would be
right?
amazing.
We've been so focused on the problems.
We've been so focused
on
the problems.
That's another reason why we love why we're so passionate and committed about Travel Talk Live, because as an industry, I think we're hyper focused on the problems.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. We're 100%. We're not focused on the good stuff.
We are focused. Yeah. It's time to start getting solution oriented as opposed to problem oriented, and become grateful for the problems, because if you didn't have that problem in the first place, you wouldn't have asked for the solution. And a lot of us are reaping the benefits of solutions that we birthed. The problems caused that solution to be birthed years and years ago, and we've manifested the solution and we're past it. But so, for example, like, you know, having a happy marriage, or having a baby, you know, wonderful child, or a house that you absolutely love and adore, or maybe it's something as simple as the car that you drive. You absolutely love your car. Believe it or not, there was some kind of a problem in your life going back that caused you to ask for that solution. And now you're reaping the benefits of the solution because without realizing it, you allowed it into your life. You lined up with it energetically somehow. It inched its way through the crack. Least resistance.
This is a deep Travel Talk Live episode. I'm loving it. If you're loving it, give us a like or a love. This is really powerful stuff here. And it started out with, you know, we want to focus on the science and the art. Yeah. And today's science tip was do Facebook Live. Talking about the importance of Facebook Live. It's a really great strategy. It's really powerful. Consumers want to consume live videos. The statistics show it. Here's an example. We told you Julia's doing it, and lots of other travel professionals are doing it. So it's not due to lack of strategy and know-how. There's lots of training videos out there on how to do it. You don't need to become a gift member and consume our how-to video in order to learn how to go live. Certainly if you feel like you need to, it's there for you. So it's not due to a lack of resources and strategy as to why you're not going live and actually leveraging the most powerful tool on social media right now. It's not because of that. It's because of what you just said.
It's because of your mindset.
It's because of your mindset. Oh, the mindset.
And you're problem oriented.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the segment on the art.
Hopefully that helps. Yeah, hopefully that helps. It does. Leave a comment. Leave a like.
To summarize, get the order right. Stop doing it out of order, or stop being a lazy focuser. Stop observing the conditions around you and let all of those conditions just dictate how you feel. You'll observe a good condition, you feel good. You observe an unwanted condition, you feel bad. Don't worry about that. You have the ability to focus and feel the way you want to feel when you have that very successful, thriving business. And just do it like in small segments of the day. And you'll watch your life change,
literally transform. We've seen it. We've
totally
seen it
transform.
Now, the last thing we want to get to in Travel Talk Live in our little segment is, what's going on in travel.
What is going on? Travel news, travel fun, travel. What's going on in travel?
Well, speaking of the beach.
Speaking of the beach.
We are actually on our way. We're probably landing now.
Right, exactly.
We're actually at the beach, Meredith and I. This was actually pre-recorded.
To Punta Cana,
yes,
as we speak.
Club Med Punta Cana.
To Club Med Punta
to
Cana.
host one of our favorite things to do all year, which is the retreat for members of our Travel Entrepreneur Success Academy.
Yep.
We'll be there with Trish Noah of Club Med, with 30 members of our TESSA, the acronym for it, group. And it's just so much fun. Club Med, we've been doing meetings at Club Med now for the last 2 years. And they always host such an amazing event for us. The facilities at Club Med are amazing.
Yes. You might see some photos of people swinging on trapezes and
so that's
scarf dancing.
I don't think that's what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
Doesn't matter. But the point is, what's going on is that we're hosting, for us anyways, we're hosting a meeting this week. It's 2 days of meeting and 1 day of fun day, we like to say, which is when you'll see photos of us if you follow us on social media, and you'll see on the fan page too. And we bring together members of this group specifically twice a year to have a mastermind meeting. And I think that's a really powerful shout out to those members, because there's a ton of travel industry events out there to choose from. Our mastermind meeting for our TESSA group is really unique and very special.
And boy, are they lucky, because we're going to be covering some really awesome content over the next 2 days. We're going to be talking about selling and manifesting and money and mindset, all kinds of mindset blocks around money.
Blocks,
so it's going to be really, really awesome 2 days.
I think what's really cool about the mastermind meeting, you've been a part of a lot of mastermind programs yourself, is honoring the intersection of personal and professional, because as an entrepreneur, that's a lot of collision there. And a lot of times the reason why you have friction is because you don't honor that.
Right.
And I know that in our TESSA community, there's some really cool friendships that have
formed.
And
I also
so I'm really
think
excited.
The other thing that's awesome about our programs, our 2 different mastermind programs, is that everyone's in the travel industry. And I just think there's some nuances in our industry that are not similar to other industries, and it's just
difficult for other coaches to really understand the
business model,
make
money doing it.
So that's what's going on with us. We'd love to know what's going on with you in travel. Drop a comment. Let us know, where are you? Are you traveling somewhere this week? We'd love to know. So share that in the thread. Let us know what you're doing. That's what's going on with us. A shout out to all of our TESSA members that are traveling right now to Punta Cana, just like we are, to see us and to be with us. We're really excited about it. And so we hope you liked this episode of Travel Talk Live, our 2nd episode.
And if you didn't see any hearts or things during the live, it's probably because it was pre-recorded.
Yes, but it's all perfect. And we are committed to delivering great content every week.
Absolutely.
And so that's why we did this in advance, because we didn't want to miss a beat.
We didn't want to miss
It's okay that it's not
we want to be your regular, consistent delivery of awesome entertainment, education, and energy.
Yes. So thanks everyone for joining our 2nd episode of Travel Talk Live. Make it a great rest of your week.